Hey guys, so I did a video on 3 people you should stay away from. If you want, you can check out the video. It's called 3 People That You Should Stay Away From. Like, no, clearly. But I wanted to talk about how to develop healthy soil by getting the right people in your life. And so one of the things that I believe is that as we grow older, as we start to develop our concrete identity and who we are, it's really important to make sure that your circle matches that. So I'm not going to name these individuals like we did in the other video, but what I am going to say is that you want to have 3 types of people. Number one, you want to have someone who is a motivator, someone who encourages, motivates, and inspires you to want to do more. So that person is usually going to be in a better position than you in an area that you are trying to work on. So for example, if you're trying to work on weight loss or getting in shape, you're going to have a friend or a trainer or someone in your life that actually encourages you and motivates you with their present state of being, which means that they represent what you want and who you want to be. You can think of that same concept in any area. So if I think about my business, if I think about my marriage, if I think about my love for self, I want to find that person and be around them. So they're your motivator, your encourager, excuse me. So I'm just going to call them the motivator. All right. And then number 2, you want that person who is your cheerleader, who absolutely adores you for you. That doesn't mean that they adore you because you wear the best clothes. That doesn't mean that they adore you because you have the best items or materials. They adore you because of who you are. They adore you because they have a sense of understanding who you are. They may have history where you've helped them, where you've supported them, and they know that they can depend on you. So that person wants to encourage you in return. So they almost automatically want you to feel the way you make them feel. And that person hopefully will be a part of your major support system through good and bad times, because there's going to be moments when they need you to give to them, but there's also moments where they need to give to you, and they encourage you and become your cheerleader by doing things like supporting you, coming out to your events, making sure that they're ever present in the good or bad times. I'm a real believer, and I learned the hard way in some parts of my life, that if you are going to be there for me to celebrate the good times, I am glad for that, but I would prefer that I know that I have a solid foundation during those tough times, that I don't have to be anybody but me, and you would be there to be my cheerleader and encourager. All right, so you need a motivator, a cheerleader, and an encourager. And last but not least, you need someone who is willing to put you in check, right? You need someone who is, and doing it in a positive way because they love and care for you. Someone who is willing to say, now, you know that wasn't right, Sharia, or you know that you could do better, or you know that you are not the kind of person who does that wrong action, right? So what they do is they remind you of your core values, what you believe, what you know about yourself, and they put you in check related to those values. There's absolutely nothing wrong with having a friend or a support person that actually makes sure that you're accountable, and accountable in a way that is positive. They're not negative. They're not calling you names. They're not trying to belittle you. They're trying to actually remind you of who you really are when you take actions that go against that. And so you want someone who is going to call you to the carpet and say, hey, I didn't like the way you act towards so-and-so. I didn't like that you took a risk and you put all of us at harm. I didn't like that you did this and you acted as if none of us mattered, right? That person is going to be able to do that because they know you and they know your true values, which is very important, because if you think about it, without them, sometimes we can get off track or get focused on the wrong things, and that person just brings us back. And it is a good thing, and it's a good way. All right. So those are your 3 people. You need a person that will call you to the carpet and will do it in a loving and caring way. You need a person who will motivate you through either who they are or what they do. And you need a person who is there for you equally as you are there for them, right? So a motivator, encourager, and supporter, as well as a person who will call you to the carpet. All right, you guys, be well.